Hello. We are back with our very up and down of a team. And unfortunately, we're against Chaos again. Let's have a look what we got this time. I think our last game was Chaos, right? Okay. We are missing the killer player, which is excellent. We're also... okay, they had a rough game last game. Let's see who it was against. Just out of morbid curiosity. Chaos Dwarfs, I think? No. Regular Dwarfs. Not a lot of armor breaks either way, but apparently enough to injure 3 guys. Oh boy. Okay, yeah. Chaos had a tough time there. Anyway. So what's their record? Solid. Solid. Okay. 2 mighty blows, a guard, a strength. Okay, so this guy's a bit of a pain, but he doesn't have block, so that's something. They don't have anybody that's amazing on the ball. Unfortunately, we're going to be giving them a lot of cash here. But we do have an extra man, so, you know, this isn't a bad potential game here. You know, for all the bash teams that we faced, it could be worse. Maybe. Okay, how much more are they going to spend than they have? They've got another 100k they could spend if they want to go wild. Okay, 2 babes is reasonable. They only spent 20k out of their budget, so that's not too crazy. We picked up... I think we picked up a guard. We went a little wild and picked up a guard. Blitzer, didn't we? If I remember rightly. Before block, which we may regret, but we do have a few blockers now, and honestly it doesn't help us that much, so maybe the guard will help. I guess there's an argument that we could have got a 4 free roll, and it's not terrible, but we already give away so much team value, I don't know if it's worth it. I could see running Kislev with less positionals and maybe just going 4 rerolls and, you know, jumping more with your non-agility 4 guys. But it's tricky getting that balance. Alright. I think we will defend. Let's get you on. I wonder if we should leave Severin on and drop one of our catchers off. Drop our new catcher off, maybe. Because we're going to have to sacrifice somebody to the line. Guess we'll pop our blitzers on the front. Put our 2 ball retrievers on the back. Maybe 3 ball retrievers if you count the guard. Oh, we have the Russell guy. Okay, we got some interesting options this game if we can keep him alive. There's just no guarantee that we will. This guy's going to be a complete menace, and this guy's pretty solid, although obviously the fact that he is your guard and your mighty blow is slightly unfortunate, because I think he's their only guard as well. But he's also the person that you probably most of the time would want blitzing. This is an aggressive setup. I think I'd be tempted to at least drop 1 back on each side just because of the danger of these guys. Just makes it a bit more awkward to get through in a blitz situation. Okay, so they're just going to use him on the front line, and plus that gives them the guard to help with the bear. Okay, so nothing exciting off the kickoff. And only 3 warriors this game, which is also nice, to be honest. But you know, if they get some early armor breaks on us, we will regret it. But I mean, isn't that always the way? It can happen. Okay, it looks like they're forming up a cage right from the off. Or maybe that's just that's just a little blocking line. So they're gonna start laying in with the blocks now. Okay. So yeah, clearing so they can get Cornelius down, because everybody wants Cornelius down. And Cornelius is in his usual usual state. But we'd rather he was there and slightly stunned than off the field. So it looks like he's coming through on our blitzer, which makes sense. Good result there, though. Reroll would be dangerous. Might bring in somebody to try and protect, but honestly it won't really help. It's kind of an interesting way of setting up. I don't know if it's an anti-Kislev plan. Very open on this side. So it's slightly dangerous if he doesn't pick up the ball. Okay, he did. So he's going to come in here. So we could make an immediate attempt at that, but I don't know that that makes a lot of sense. I feel like there's a lot going on here. So even if we get the ball free, it's just going to probably bounce into here somewhere. Oh, solid. I mean, he'll be back because they got the 2 babes. But that's an excellent start. Do we have anybody else to hit? I guess this guy. I'd rather use block though. I don't want to be using rerolls instantly. Don't really want to commit that many people either. Okay, I guess we're just going to go over here and hit this guy. Or attempt to. So we should get you up. Let's not commit you too far. And we'll just do this. And there we go. Well, it's not disastrous. I mean, he got stunned, but it's not the end of the world. We were really just using our blitz to use our blitz there in case we managed to get somebody off the field. Looks like they're heading this way. That's very nice. I guess we'll push him this way because it looks like he's going to reform back over here. Don't know how much to play with Bartholomew. Might depend on And if he gets paired instantly, then obviously it's not worked out too well anyway, but we could potentially keep some of these guys locked in place if they hit him too early. Okay, so that's 3, 4. They'd need another one if they want to get the 3 dice here. And obviously they need to move this guy, because if they hit him before they've moved this guy, that would be a problem if they don't knock him over. Okay, what's going on over here? I guess this guy's coming down to... honestly don't know. Oh, they got him down. If they hadn't got him down, we'd have been standing on this guy. Where are you going? You never go in there. Is he gonna... he's gonna hand off, I think. Yeah, he is. I mean, it worked. Let's see, if you come into here... Okay, that's solid. Let's try and prevent them from just swinging side to side here. Okay, so we can bring you into... actually, let's bring you into here. Okay, not really what we wanted. So now we do have a 1 dice here, but it's not one I really like. We'll just bring you here. You here. I guess we're gonna hit the 1 dice. Try and push him away if we can. We can. Just drop him back so he's less vulnerable. Okay, so we've made it tricky to recross, so he's kind of committed to this side now. The question is, how much does he want to go on the sideline here? He can definitely, like, make these guys' lives a misery, but we do have, like, our kind of team in place to work on them. I think they put it on this guy because obviously with strength 4 it's going to be a lot more awkward to get the ball free. Okay, they went with that guy. Yeah, so they're going to get both of these guys and then I guess form a cage down in here. Yeah, they don't really want to make this block first if they don't have to because it's a loner. Okay, so that's where the ball is. Can't quite get to it. With this guard. Could theoretically get to it. Now the danger for us with them being on the sideline is obviously that if we jump guys over, we can get surfed as well. So I think our aim is going to be to try and like block them at the bottom here. And see if they readjust to the middle. And if they readjust to the middle somewhat, maybe we go in on them if we can. But I don't want to dive over here and have like 2 or 3 guys over here to try and knock this out. And then even if we knock it out, we just get them all surfed. Okay, so he got Severin. Might follow up on this. Although he'll open himself up to a block if he does. Yeah. What's the Chaos Warrior going to do? Is he just there for bear protection? Yeah, he is. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll do this and take our block here. It also helps kind of firm up that side of the field. Get you in position. Come around and hit this way. Unfortunately, we don't have any good jump up blocks this turn. That works fine. Oof. Can they get in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Technically, they could. So I'm going to try and persuade them to go back the other way. But in an awkward fashion. Very nice. I'm just going to leave the bear here. Because he's actually doing nice work. That's very nice as well. Yeah, we're playing this as patient as we can. They could come down here, but I don't see a way through, really. I think it was important we put this guy here, because I think they would have seriously considered trying to come around the side. I'm hoping that this redirects them a little bit, or at least they just move up into this little space. If they're just moving up 1 square at a time, they're not really getting the progression they want. Okay, so they're gonna hit the catcher here. It's just a 2 dice, which is great. Against Rog, if we want to call it that. Interesting. That was kind of a low... I mean, I get that you want to remove this guy, but that was a somewhat low chance maneuver there. Okay, that's all they're going for this turn. So we can potentially knock both these Chaos Warriors down if we so choose. Do we so choose is the question. Hang on, if I put in another guard here, or if I put in our guard here, could come in, hit that guy. No, I do think this makes more sense. Not what we choose, but not the end of the world. So we do have that now. Well, that's legitimately disappointing again. Okay, so that being the case, what is our new plan? Our new plan is surprise attack with the bear. Theoretically, they might be able to surf from here. If they're willing to commit to it. Okay, I don't think they can surf him anymore. They can get rid of him, obviously. But it does kind of lock two of them in place. And if he gets up, it'll keep him locked in place next turn as well. And obviously these guys get in their own way of coming back out as well. So do they commit forwards again? They might go after Valentino here. He's always a threat, so he's a much more logical one to go after than Algernon. Oh, this is pretty wild. Just in the sense that this is a loner here. I assume they're not trying to escape. But I could be wrong. They could be trying to recenter again. Obviously they don't have a lot of resources over there, but... they've opened up a path this way if they want it. They're sort of constantly on the edge of having a really bad turn here, but they've been kind of holding in there so far. I guess he's coming through to here. Or maybe he's just going to hang in between. Although this guy's knockable over right now. Okay, he's going this side. How do you make this safe is the question. Okay, so who do we not need down here? That's a very tricky question. Potentially I need everybody. Okay, so that didn't work out as quite as well as we would like. I guess you come to here. It's also not really what we would like. We'll get you to here, I think. Okay, so we can slot a guard in here. We're gonna have to leap a guard over to here, I guess. There's not a way to put our guard in that doesn't put them into contact with their big guy there. Well, that's what we're looking for. Nice. Oof. Okay, that's solid. So the reason we brought it out of there and down here is because they do have a wizard. And if we just stay in here, they blast this whole area with a fireball. Coming over here, if they could fireball this, but obviously they don't have a lot of resources to grab the ball. Or they could lightning bolt, but similar situation, right? So we're trying to put off the wizard. If they use it this half, if they feel like they have to use it this half, that's good for us. But I don't know if they will or not. Interesting. Why put him there, I wonder? I guess maybe just to hold this guy in place. If no, they are hitting that way. Well, I mean, it's a bit of a pickle for them. But they've already started the turn, so obviously they're not using the wizard. Unless they do. Okay, they were thinking about the dodge. That's fair. Yeah, I'll try it. Alrighty. Okay, so I think we just probably get you back up. You're sort of in the way now. Can we free up anybody to get to you? Okay, we could potentially free up this guy. Let's see, or should I just do that? Yeah, I think I should just do that, because that'll still... get him out of the way. Or at least better out of the way. Okay, there we go. Let's see, so I can get to there. Oh, I did kind of miscalculate that slightly. Did I? No. Okay, that's what we're going for. Let's get that in place. I guess if you can, let's try this. Solid. You can stay. And we're going to leave the bear there just because he's doing work. I'd love to hit guys, but he's doing such strong work by keeping this kind of semi-locked down. Like, we got 2 block gores. This guy has to run round to get up here. This guy is obviously, like, could dodge out, but it's going to be on a 4+. I guess we're getting incredible rolls constantly. I don't know if I'd say that. We've had a lot of pushes as well. And he hasn't really had issues with rolls. He's handed it off, he picked it up, no problem. There's just been a lot of pushes on both sides. Yeah, twice what he's re-rolled has been stuff that he didn't necessarily have to re-roll, but he tried to get the knockdown, which I'm not saying is wrong. But, you know, obviously it's not terrible, terrible dice. I wonder what he was going for there. Okay. So we need to try and have people in position. So we'll get you up as far as we can. I guess we'll get you to mark, but also be in theoretical range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't need you there anymore, so let's also get you in range, because obviously the wizard is a thing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's theoretically in range. I'm not going to GFI him. If we put him here, this guy, if he does blitz, will still have to dodge away afterwards. Let's see. So I'd rather use the block guy. We'll stay where we are. have you mark here. We'll have you mark here, because you'll still have that same problem, and it gives us one more guy that's in range. And I guess we'll keep things as they are down here. So he could wizard now if he wants to. Yeah, okay, he's going to save it for our half, which makes sense. Because obviously it's a low percentage. Even if you knock him down, there's a guy right here that can just potentially pick it up and walk it in. And then even if he doesn't, there's another guy right here that can. Well, now he started failing GFIs. So the last couple turns, his rolls have gone a little bit south. Although, again, I would mention that he was using rerolls on blocks that he hadn't technically failed as well, so. Makes that 1 dice for everybody. I mean, I'm not gonna argue and say that pushes don't suck, because they do. But obviously this is all kind of semi-non-essential blocking he's doing anyway. Okay, so I guess we can at least do one last 3 dice. Just make sure I'm not dodging anybody. Alright, solid. Okay, no result out of it, not going to complain. And this is another reason why sometimes it's best to ignore the chat, because it can very quickly go from complaining to kind of abusive. Right now it's really just complaining. Ooh, that's rough. Yeah, I think I am going to bring you on again. Yeah, I think we're going to try and play without Rafferty again. I think we need the strength. We've got 3 of our catches on. I think we're just going to go with that, because I don't know how the second half's going to go. Obviously, we've had a good start, but there is a wizard. So even though we went 1-0 up on his half, there's always a chance that that swings back around. We'd hope that our superior numbers could be enough to kind of force something, but that can just switch around so fast. All right, and it might, you know, if we start getting injured really heavily, we might be glad to have that guy at the end. So we'll block with our blitzers, because they have block. We will run with... We don't really want to get any more SVP on him. We would quite like to get some on Valentino, so I think for now we're going to try and carry the ball on Valentino. Well, let's put Caspian down here as well. Either one of them could be good. So we use Caspian. Caspian as our backup, and we'll see what kickoff result is. Guess we can pop you in the middle for some extra help there. Oh, we got two of you guys, so just pop you either side, and we're just fingers crossed for a not horrific. And you know what? Let's go one more. In case the ball kind of lands in this area and they get the blitz. Okay, still nice. Alright, let's start with you. Very nice. That one I guess I'll follow. Keep him locked in place. Didn't really have a plan for a blitz here, if I'm being honest. Might be our wrestle guy. Well, we'll move you up afterwards. Let's pop you in here. See if the bear ruins the whole turn. Yep. Well, there you go. Okay, didn't do the aggressive Apo. So what's the plan there? So the good news is at least Cornelius traded 1-for-1. Even if it's just a more temporary 1-for-1. Weird decision there, I think. I guess he was just trying to get the second hit if it... Honestly, I'm not sure what the plan was about coming in from the side there. Unless I'm missing something. I guess you could argue that we could have left Severin off. No diving tackle needed. But yeah, obviously a bit of a dodgy dodge there. And this is the other reason why I don't do the chat, because you start getting into arguments about who's having the worst luck and it gets very silly. Because obviously we could kind of argue back about the things where we've had issues, like Cornelius rolling triple both down skulls and then managing to injure himself despite his armor. But you know, you're always just going to end up going back and forth. don't know if I dare try and pick this up with Caspian there. I feel like I probably should though. Let's protect it. Because this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, he could contact it. It's all good. Oh hey, quick draw. What's the oof for? There's been a number of oofs. Mostly in fairness for him. Oh, was it for the guy trying to dodge away and knocking himself out? He certainly, you know what I will say, he certainly had the worst of the armor breaks up until this point. I guess Cornelius tried to bring that back a little bit by managing to hurt himself, but... I'm actually not opposed to him attacking a little bit hard here as well, because we do still have catches to go grab the ball, so if he gets aggressive, obviously we go in with our 2+. Oh, the bear, the bear taking himself out, yeah. But honestly, that really sort of partially just equalizes some of his armor breaks. I had high hopes for Cornelius actually doing something. Now, if he had managed to KO the other guy, I mean, if he had injured the other guy and KO'd himself, I'd be delighted. Okay, so now we definitely need to be more careful because he is advancing. We need to like get the ball this turn. Otherwise, problems. I was kind of hoping to make him use a reroll on all these GFIs, but it wasn't to be. Yeah, this is obviously a lot more dangerous now. Oh. Oh, solid. Okay. Alright. So, how are we going to approach this? I guess we're going to pop you here. We do have a potential jump up there. Obviously, I don't think we can trust Caspian to pick up the ball, so we're just going to use him as the defense for this. I think we try and make this block here. We stay. We drop this guy in here, because this is a big threat. And then we're going to blitz here. Does that really get us anything? No, I think... Let's go this way. If we don't knock him over, we still have him based by 2 guys. Okay, we didn't knock him over. Alright, so now we try the jump up. Okay, not quite what we wanted. Which way do we want to push him? This way, I guess. Oh, we did fail to pick up. We will re-roll this one because it could go somewhere very funky. Well, there we go. Things have taken a turn for the interesting, I think it's fair to say. But we did put in at least as good a defensive line as we could manage here. I'm mostly happy with how we played that turn, considering that the turn before we were playing a little bit, for sure you could argue a little bit, not ideally. Might re-roll that one. Ah, thank you, quick draw. Sorry, I heard the noise. I have to switch off this screen to see what happened. Oh boy. Okay, it went well. Okay, so he's coming in here. He is coming in. This could be an interesting time. Need to get some guys back. Rutherford's in a bit of danger because I can't really afford to be dodging him right now. I think this should still be salvageable, but it kind of depends on how aggressive he gets here. Ooh, I'm glad he stayed where he was. Because not only does that free up this guy, but it means that we can get this guy down for a guy. Okay, he's coming in for the ball. And he grabbed it. And probably... GGFI away? Maybe not. Well, this has certainly got interesting now. This would be a lot less scary as well if it was happening up here, but... Because obviously, he actually has a chance to just run this in. Oh, I thought he might push there. Just for the pressure for next turn, but I understand taking the knockdown. Yeah, our armor's been pretty good, Cornelius aside. I'll grant him that. Okay, so we can get to here. Now I think that if we... Oh, that's a... Okay, are we going to double one twice in a row? If we do, then what can one do? Okay, we didn't. I think that should give us this. Okay, that is definitely injury to insult. Probably happy with that one. He's good. Alright, so that gives us... I guess we come in this way. Oh, that's... Hang on, that's just a 1 dice? Oh, you're a... Okay. Okay, so let's think this through a little bit. Try not to give them anything easy here. So we're just going to have to get these guys down and involved in these ones. And then I don't think we can attempt to pick up this time. Well, it might depend on what happens with it. 1, 2... Okay, I think we have to do this. I hate to say it. This could go badly. Okay, that's better. That was a little bit risky, but I mean, everything's a little bit risky, right? Okay, let's see how athletic Rutherford is feeling today. Very. Well, I mean, if our luck is in, we may as well do it, huh? You gotta embrace it when it's going well. Aha! The old hack. You know you're having a good game when somebody calls out the hacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should really just turn the chat back off. I can't remember why I put it on. I think it was something else. Let's turn it off. Sometimes it is nice if somebody's been really, like, reasonable with your game. It is kind of nice to say, well played. I just wasn't talking because it throws off streaming, but, and it's been a while since I've had a game where somebody's been like that, but I think the community has improved, because back in the day, you would get a lot of people, getting abusive when it started going poorly for them. Alright, so we'll just stand you back up. We'd like to get Caspian the ball if we can. But I'm also realizing that is a slightly risky thing to do at this stage, so maybe just moving with the ball is the way to go for now. Yeah, let's go ahead and prepare the way. So we'll just kind of move Caspian up with the group. Unfortunately, Benedict has to make this block. That's not good, so we're going straight into the old reroll, and that's also not good. What a disastrous hack. So there is options now. We kind of had to do it in that order though, because we needed that strength 3, 4, 5, so that gave us the 2 dice. If I didn't need both of these guys, I would have dodged somebody up to get this block, but obviously you don't expect, or at least you hope you're not going to fail that. The downside to Benedict not even, like, pushes would have honestly been okay. The downside to him not getting them is we don't get the help with this now, which means he's going to push it to the sideline and who knows what's going to happen. The good news is he doesn't have a lot of guys to do anything with. So yeah. The likelihood is it comes back near somebody on our team, because the only guy that he actually has free is this guy. And he's already moved, so the only way that was going to go somewhere good for him was if it went right into somebody's hands. I don't know, that might have been an on purpose one there. Okay, you need to just come sit on this. Well, no. Let's pop you on here. I'm a little bit scared of this whole situation now. We've only got 3 turns to score and the ball is not where we want it. I guess we have to try and pick this up, but I'd really like somebody else down here to help, because we could not pick it up. Okay, we did. That's a good start. I'd really like to get more guys marked up, but... Okay, that is good. That is also good. Oh, you're a catcher. Okay. I never blitzed, did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Well, not the end of the world, hopefully. I don't even know if we're going to score again, but that was kind of the game we were playing. We were playing a slightly less well-driven second half because the onus is not so much to score as it is for them not to score. But I would like to score. If we could get Florian to score, that would be dream come true. I suppose Valentino scoring, I guess getting block on him would be very helpful. So we'll kind of see where this goes. Yeah, I think honestly the most unfortunate thing that he's had all game is the fact that his guard, Mighty Blow guy stayed out after the first half. Yes, we will let Ascus do that. Okay, so how can we do this? I think we need to just protect this slightly in case this goes wrong. Oh, you know what? You can just come up and do this. Oh, and then you can do... No, you can't do that, can you? Because it would be GFI. Nice. Alright, how dangerous is everything right now? Okay, we're going to take a bit of a risk here. Is there anything else I want to do first? Probably pop you into... here? Into... here. Oh, we rolled a 6 there. We needed that 6. Wow. These guys are nuts. This is a Kislev we've been waiting for. Oh boy. Okay, I shouldn't talk too early. But yeah, this is the Kislev we've been waiting for here. Obviously you don't necessarily... Obviously you're not trying to make plays like that normally. But I'll take it. And yeah, our armor's been great. Despite this. I mean, comparatively, I mean, look, they've had a bunch of guys get hurt. So that's certainly one aspect. I don't know why the screen's being weird. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I guess because I'm not really... I should be using the arrow keys. We will just go here. You know what the nice thing about not having the chat on is we now can't see what he's complaining about, which is great. We can just assume that he's, you know, saying, well, I had a rough one, but well played. Which is probably what I would say to him. I'd say, like, I mean, if it was the end of the game and we were chatting, I would say, you know, you had a rough game on the armor breaks. We got the better end of that stick, but GG. Do we dare try and do a block here? Do we have one on? Not really. I mean, well, hang on. Maybe we do. No, you know what? We don't have a reroll. What am I talking about? Let's get our level up, eh? I think this might be our first blitzer who's gone past 1 level up. Oops. Alrighty. So who do we have that we can actually sacrifice? Not as many guys as I would like, unfortunately. I guess Caspian has to stay up here. Well, but yeah, that was an interesting game. I certainly personally made it more interesting than we needed to make it. In the second half there, I could have played that a lot more sensibly rather than trying to, you know, go for the level up on the blitzer, but I never felt like crazy in trouble apart from that moment where we double wonned it and kind of, you know, and he actually managed to get through and pick up the ball. That was scary for a moment there. That was definitely us not playing super sensibly, I'll admit that. But we did have the player numbers. I think even if that had gone horribly wrong and he had run it in there, I think we could have just scored a pretty fast touchdown at that stage to just clinch it. But it obviously would have been a lot more scary. Yeah, would I agree with his wizard usage? I don't know if I would. I don't know where I would have used it, because I think we played the first half, like when we did get the ball, I think we played that pretty tight. We didn't give him like easy wizards to recover from, like to recover the ball if it went well. But arguably maybe it should have been used in the first half. So now I think Rutherford's going to get trampled, which is unfortunate because Rutherford's important. What can you do? I mean, and ultimately he's playing almost a like very early Chaos team because of all his injuries there. So I mean, it was always going to be a tough game for him. I won't deny that. And I think early on he played reasonably sensibly, but I think he got stuck in the corner and wasn't sure what to do. I think we pinned him into that corner in the first half, you know, to the point where we forced him to kind of come out of his, you know, if he wanted to try and score, he had to come out of that. I think almost he might have been better just to stay over by the line and just go into the second half 0-0 and then try and use the wizard. But, you know, that's hindsight, isn't it? Alright, so Atticus, who I don't believe is actually injured, got MVP. Yeah, I mean that's how it went really. It's a good game for us. Look at that. 100% boneheads, although he only did 4 before he knocked himself out, so you know. But yeah, I think our armor and our injury rolls were great. Pickup's obviously not ideal. That was the scary bit in the second half there. Dodging, excellent. I think our leaping was good. Okay, it was just average. Yeah. All good. So let's go have a look. I think we've got 1 blitzer to level up. And a million skills that he could take. I mean, I'm probably thinking tackle here. You could argue strip ball. And I'm wondering if strip ball is more sensible for this team. I mean, honestly, you could argue mighty blow. Let's have a quick look. So who else have we got? We've got Finnegan on the way. I think strip ball, because we're not a bash team, right? I mean, obviously it's good to have one mighty blow guy. I think if Finnegan gets there, he might become our mighty blow tackle guy. But for right now, I think somebody that is... Do we want... No, I don't know if I'm right there. I'm actually wondering if we probably get strip ball on Rutherford. I think that's what we were going to do. So I think Florian might be getting mighty blow. And then tackle. Because he should get tackle faster if he gets mighty blow first. I think just having that one little threat of having that could be a big deal. It'll really help us against the arm value 7 teams, and 8 teams especially. So yeah, I think we go that way. Florian gets mighty blow tackle. Finnegan, we'll see when he gets there. He may get another guard. And Rutherford will get strip ball, tackle. I actually don't know how close we'll get to all of this. Is Cornelius out for the next game? Yep. Broke his jaw. I guess he chomped too hard. Alrighty. Well, there we go. I think that puts us on the 666. Excellent. Technically, because of that one that got eaten, it would be 766. So we'd actually just be squeaking a slightly positive record, but it's been a very up and down season. But we finally managed to level out our wins of our losses. So, you know, we'll take that. And yeah, I think our team is kind of getting into almost into the sweet spot now. I think maybe 2 or 3 more skills. If you get guard on Cornelius, we get tackle on Florian, and we get strip ball on Rutherford. Like, even with just that, I think I'll be really happy. Because that will give us a lot more utility. Alrighty. I am going to disappear. Thanks for watching, and you know, I'll catch you next time we play. Bye for now.